Gabriel, can you hear me?
Hi, Valter.
Yeah, so tonight we have Gabriel with us. Gabriel has been with us for quite yeah, since almost since in the not since in the
I think
beginning,
it's
but
somewhere around February,
yeah, around
February time, yeah.
February.
February. Yeah.
Yeah, so for those who don't know Gabriel, so Gabriel, can you introduce yourself, my friend?
Yeah. First of all, thank you. Thank you for kind of giving me the opportunity to introduce myself and speak to everyone. It's it's interesting that you consider me successful. I still think that I'm very much in the start. I'm still in the starting ground, the starting blocks. So I started property in terms of knowledge and learning from property a year and a half ago now. I've been running my own business for the past 4 years. And I thought, well, I'm busy enough as it is, but let me try to start something on the side. So I've been learning about property for about a year and a half, and I officially started investing per se in about a year now. So I met Valter in Mastermind 27, and he was Mastermind 26. And then yeah, since then we've been kind of talking to each other, and I've been a part of Valter's course since February now.
Yeah. So you were in the mastermind, so mastermind 27, and then why did you decide to join me, my friend?
To join you or Mastermind?
No, to join me. So you've been in mastermind, even though you say you're not successful. It's quite impressive. The last time we spoke, you already had quite a big portfolio built. So
Yeah, so I first when I introduced myself to the group, I think it was about March, February time. I had just literally closed my first deal, which was a 7-bed HMO on a purchase lease option. Now I believe we have 5 properties in total. We're just closing on our sixth, which is a 4-bed HMO purchase lease option as well. The other ones are just rent to rent. So we have 2 purchase lease options, and then the rest are rent to rent. The reason why I decided to join you was because, again, you and I, we're systems guys. I like to systemize everything. I like to put step by steps on everything. So my thinking was, instead of me having to figure things out, why don't I take a model from someone who's working and it's successful, and just adapt and implement my way, and my scale, the amount of money that I have, the amount of time that I have to spare. So that was my main motivation. And then again, we're both Portuguese, so we had that instant connection. So I went from there.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Greg, I think last week, and it is incredible that even people that are doing well. So, for example, you said, Gabriel, now you have your, I don't know, 6. How many deals you have so far?
5. We're closing on the 6th.
On the 6th now. And Greg closed, I think, 3 deals, and he was like, I'm not successful. So it's incredible. For me, 2 deals, people are doing well. So because everyone is in different stage, so I just like to ask people to come over just to share their journey. So I'm very happy that 6 deals for me is many deals. So I want you to come and share your story. Particularly, you do a lot of PLOs, and there's sometimes believe that we can't do PLO. So you've done quite a few of them. So
Yeah. I'm happy to share. I think my journey has been a little bit unorthodox. I'll put it that way. Again, I was a university student. I set up my own cleaning business, a contract cleaning business, 4 years ago now. So my focus has always been to kind of develop that as a brand, develop that as a company. We're now kind of expanding. So property for me was always something that, and I think probably a few people in the group can relate. It was always kind of a part-time thing. Like I was putting about an hour, 2 hours a day. Sometimes I couldn't put any time on it because, again, I used to get home, and I still get home at about 9 o'clock, 7:30 every day. So for me to come home, work for about an hour, 2 hours, then eat, then sleep, then wake up and do the same thing again, that's quite taxing. So I think my point to people who either are starting or people who are now kind of making the transition between full-time work or full-time running your business is, again, I can't thank Valter enough for this, which is systemize things from the beginning. Now I work with 2 virtual assistants. I work with someone called JP. He works me with the acquisition side of things. We're looking at a couple of deals to purchase. Again, if you don't have the time to learn everything, to know everything, work with someone who can. I'm sure you guys have used the word or have heard the word leverage. leverage someone else's time. So I work with him on a JV basis where for every deal he gets a percentage, not a huge percentage, but a small percentage for him to take care of literally solicitors, project management, um, interior design, the whole thing. And all my thing is just I like to negotiate. I like to come in, close deals, put systems in place. So my advice would be that make sure you from the beginning you systemize. So Valter has given you a great foundation for you guys to understand first and foremost. So you can't teach someone, you can't ask someone to do something if you don't understand it yourself, because that's going to take twice as much, because you're going to have to teach someone and then they're going to ask you questions and you don't know. So make sure you learn the very basics from the beginning, understand what you're asking someone else to do, and then again just manage, just delegate and manage. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. Very, very slow pace. Like, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm not like Valter and Maria where these guys do 100 deals a month. Like I'm looking at maybe one or two deals every month, every other month. But it's at my pace and I'm happy. Thank God for that.
So since you joined me, where are you at the moment? So how many deals have you closed and where are you at the moment? Just to give a perspective,
Cool.
Money wise or whatever.
So that's kind of the progression. But when I started, I had one deal. We now have 5. Like I said, very basic systems. I'm paying a virtual assistant to help me source these deals using, again, the foundation from Valter's system. And again, I just tweaked it for myself using some of the processes, but scaling it to my level and my finances.
Perfect. So top tips for for all of us. So, I always learn from everyone. So top tips.
Top tips. I would say just be realistic. I guess, again, Valter is a great example of this. Is someone who has put 100% of himself into property investing. For you or for me or for anyone to think that we can do what he's doing in a part-time or 2 hours a week or 10 hours a week, whatever it is completely unrealistic. I think Valter is great at not selling that to you, not saying that if you do this, this, and this, you're going to be like me, which is, again, I have to thank him for that, because many of the trainers, they say, do this and you'll be like me, or do this and you'll be a multimillionaire. So I guess my top tip would be realistic. Be realistic with yourself, be realistic with your expectations. Even if you can only get one deal a year, even if you can get one deal every 6 months, or even if you don't get a deal, but you're progressing and you see the progress and you see, okay, so I finished this system, I've met this person, I've done this, I've done that. I think for me, that's been the biggest tip, which is not to put myself down, not to think that I'm less than, not to see less progress and see other people progressing so much, and see the deals and the huge deals and even the small deals that people make, and think that I'm not in my own lane, I'm not in my own journey. So now that I realize that, I truly believe that I'm in my own lane, I'm in my own journey. I'm managing 30 people every day with the cleaning business, and then I'm coming home thinking I'm going to close 10 deals a month. I'm not thinking like that anymore. And yeah, that's, for me, that'll be my top tip. It's self-awareness and be realistic.
Yeah, but Gabriel, so one of the things I wanted to mention is, even though you have a cleaning business, you've been able to close. You're in your 6th deal, so that you are keeping them and you're keeping them, no?
Yeah. So the way that it works is, so the company is called Wise Property Group. So that I'm building a smaller portfolio. So at the moment, I think we're netting 2,500. I think I have 2 void rooms at the moment. So yeah, 2,500 from these. This is pure net. This is coming to my bank after all expenses, paying landlords, paying council tax, everything. And then the aim is, once I can focus my time on selling the sourcing, selling the brand, selling what I'm doing, then that's when we're going to start to kind of push it like I'm pushing the cleaning business. But again, it's a progression.
The progression. Yeah. So even though you are working full time, you've been able to secure 6 deals, some of them PLO, some of them some of them PLO, some of them rent to rent. So for me, I'm very proud, and for me, this is success because there's so much time you can put to
Yeah.
that business. So you're already a business owner. So for me, that's why I wanted to have you here, because everyone, is different. For me, people close 1 or 2 deals. For me, I'm happy. Yeah, so everyone is different. Some people close more. Some people. Everyone is different. So
There's levels.
yeah, exactly. So I just wanted you to, come over and yeah, just share your story and yeah, so for all of us. So I'm just going to letting people asking questions. So if people want to ask Gabriel questions, so we're going to be open for question and answer. So Gabriel, thank
If
you for coming over.
Thank you for your time, Valter. I appreciate it. If